Okay, so now from governance perspective, what message would you say this is actually passing from governance perspective? Because I want to look at it from the aspect where, first and foremost, immediately this issue came up, the presidency, again, the presidency in quotes, had to say that that fake agency had nothing to do with the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila. Yeah. And so it looked as more like they had already exonerated him. Mm-hmm. So who exactly are we investigating? So my question would be, from governance perspective, what does this kind of decisions, press releases concerning this matter, what does it send to Nigerians? What message does it pass?
So like I said earlier in our previous discussions, the crux of this matter is weak institutions. And when you talk about governance, you cannot be talking about governance when there are no institutional frameworks that allow things to run seamlessly.
Okay.
I was listening to Osita Chidoka a few days ago on the sister station, and he said there is something that is endemic in our system now. And that is the fact that as long as certain information are coming from a particular quarter, maybe from the presidency or from high-profile political office holders, people supposed to do their own work, due diligence, they look away. They believe that, if it's coming from there, who am I to say no?
No.
And however, the law that's established the office where you are working put you in place so that you can be checked. You can be a check to that process so that you can scrutinize. They send you a letter. For example, this man that is in the claim that he got letter of appointment. Normally, letter of appointment should come from SGF office. Did this letter emanate from that office? If the letter emanated from the office, you know, one of those things that the lawyer to Gbajabiamila said yesterday, GT Ogunye, raised some curiosity. I began to also think further and more than what I was thinking before. Because the question is that the whole issue is around Gbajabiamila. So, and he began to ask some very salient questions. If Gbajabiamila is east out of that office, is taken out, or is asked to at least move out of that office temporarily for the what we call investigation to be done, so that there will be no interference with that process. What happens to the office of the SGF, where the letter emanated from, where instruction to give office, because by the virtue of our structures, the only authority that gives space for you at the federal secretariat for any office, whether you are a ministry or agency or department, is the SGF office. Do you say the SGF should also step aside? There was a budgetary allocation for this fake, so to say, agency. Do we ask the budget office, DG, to step aside? There is involvement of AGF, Accountant General of the Federation. Do we ask the AGF to step aside? There is also the head of service herself, who also played one role or the other. Do we also ask her to step aside? So these are the issues. So and that is why, for me, I think
there is a Senate
the decision of the press, God bless you, there is a National Assembly that actually didn't just approve of that agency, but also went ahead to put money in the budget for them. Do we ask both Akpabio and Speaker Tajudeen to step aside? So these are a gamut of a lot of issues involved. So it's more complicated that we are making it look like, oh, it's all about Gbajabiamila as the chief of staff. But the journalist that was anchoring that process raised one very valid point. He said, why they bring light is on the chief of staff is because it's the only one that was mentioned when the issue of money exchanging and was mentioned. Possibly that gives people to want to say, okay, if this guy is the one that was mentioned, then it means possibly he played the pivotal role as far as this issue is concerned. However, the guy has been asked in one or two fora where he was asked, have you ever met Femi Gbajabiamila? He said no. Have you ever spoken to him? He first said yes. He said, you are sure he's the one you spoke to? He said no, that he was not sure. That he just knew that they said he was Femi Gbajabiamila. So he cannot really establish the fact that he actually spoke with him. So, did he pay into his personal account? No. So, what's the locus? What's the evidence to prove that it is actually Gbajabiamila that collected that money? So, all these issues are shrouded in secrecy and confusion. And that's why I believe that Nigerians should be patient. In another 3 weeks, the 1 month given by the president will lapse. So that we understand who plays what role in this whole saga. So that ICPC is allowed to do its job and they turn in their report. So that we know where we go from here. I can tell you for free. The issue had gone beyond what the government can actually wrap under the carpet. They cannot sweep this one. The way I see it, because it is in the interest of government to actually ensure that whatever is around this issue is unraveled because of the good image of government. We are already approaching elections. And when issues like this are kept unresolved, it has a way of having a negative impact or image on the current government. So I want to believe that it is in the interest of the government to ensure that everything that surrounds this issue is trashed, so that everybody will know that, okay, this is what happened. Was it an administrative, what do you call this? The word just escaped my. No. There is something in risk management we call when someone refuses to do its work. When somebody refuses to do the due diligence, negligence. Could it be a negligence? Could it be an outright a criminal intent of certain elements within the system who actually want to change the system? Could it be that the guy mentioned Adeniyi Prince, is he a con man, as many people had called him? Was he the one? But the guy said something that is very instructive. He said, why is everybody saying this? How can one individual subvert the whole processes?
Right.
Involving all this number of people. We saw him having portrait with a number of people, taking pictures with people, high and mighty in government. So a number of things happened. So there is need for us, I said it last time, to use this case to actually restructure the way our public service and civil service work, so that going forward somebody will not repeat this kind of embarrassing thing again.